Thank you, Royal. I hear y'all. I hear you guys. Okay. Thank you, Beth. Thank you for the feedback, everybody. I hear y'all. Another thing that we wanted to do, everybody, is I wanted to share with you guys like exciting crime stories from the Far East. Like really crazy crime stories. How about I share one with you right now? Y'all want to hear some crazy crime stories? Oh, I got stories on stories. All right, so let me give you guys a crazy crime story. Dude, I'm telling y'all, I got so many things I could be doing. Y'all. Let me share with you guys a crime story as we walk down the Qianmen Street. So, for the longest time, since I think the 1980s, the 1990s, the wealthiest man in all of Asia is a Hong Kong Chinese man called Li Kai-sheng. Okay? In Chinese and Mandarin, his name is Li Jiacheng. Okay? Y'all could go ahead and Google him. His name is Li Kai-sheng. L-I is his last name. K-A and then S-H-I-N-G. He is the wealthiest man in Hong Kong, China. He is, at one point, the wealthiest man in all of Asia. He's no longer the wealthiest man in all of Asia. It's now like maybe the Pinduoduo founder or some like Japanese guy. Like maybe the guy who runs the soft vision fund. But anyway, for the longest time, he was the wealthiest man in all of Asia. He has 2 sons. And in China, in the Chinese culture, the concept of your oldest son is really important. The oldest son is supposed to inherit the family business and become the head of the family one day. So if you have a lot of kids, let's say you have 3 or 4 kids, the oldest son is a very, very prestigious position. Thank you, Big O. In the 1990s, there was a gentleman who was a criminal. I forget what his name is. One of the Chinese people know this, but his American nickname, his nickname translated into English was Big Spender. Okay? That his American, one of the Chinese people can tell me what that kidnapper's name is. But if you look at the Guinness World of Record, when he kidnapped Li Kai-sheng's oldest son, to this day, it is still in the Guinness World of Records, the largest ransom ever paid in human history. So what he did, this story is so crazy. He kidnaps Li Kai-sheng's oldest son. Okay, him and his crew kidnaps Li Kai-sheng's oldest son. Okay, I think his name is Victor Li. He has an American name, an English name. So he kidnaps him. Okay, and then this is how crazy he is. Okay, he kidnaps the oldest son of Li Kai-sheng, puts him in a warehouse. Thank you, Plant Groove. Yeah, I think one of the Chinese people will know what his name is, but his English nickname was called the Big Spender, 大富豪. That was his nickname, the kidnapper's nickname. They kidnapped Victor. They kidnapped him. Okay, and you know what else? You know what he did next is so gangster. He drove to Li Kai-sheng's house. Zhang Ziqiang. That's it right there. Well, I'm telling you, man, the Chinese viewers always know the answers. Zhang Ziqiang, that is the name. That is him. That is the kidnapper's name. He kidnaps Li Kai-sheng's oldest son, drives to Li Kai-sheng's mansion in Victoria Peak, in the Peak. So Li Kai-sheng's mansion is at the nicest, fanciest area in all of Hong Kong, overlooking Hong Kong. He drives to Li Kai-sheng's house, walks through the front door, sits down with Li Kai-sheng and says, I have your son. I want 2 billion Hong Kong dollars. I'm gonna say the number again. He says, I have your son. I want 2 billion Hong Kong dollars. I'm gonna say that number again. 2 billion Hong Kong dollars. Thank you, Rita, for subscribing to the channel. Walks into Li Kai-sheng's house, sits down with him, okay? And just calmly says to him, I want 2 billion in Hong Kong dollars. 2 billion Hong Kong dollars is 250 million US dollars. He asked Li Ka-shing for 250, the wealthiest man in Asia at the time, he asked for $250 million as a ransom for his oldest son. Li Ka-shing goes, and Li Ka-shing, this goes to show you why, like a jianghu上的人, someone who's been through the streets, someone who's been through the battles of business. He says to Zhang Zixiang, he says, I can't give you 2 billion Hong Kong dollars because you're asking for cash. There's no bank in Hong Kong that has 2 billion Hong Kong dollars in cash. You are going to crash our financial system. I cannot get you 2 billion, but I think I can get you 1 billion. He says, but I think I can get you 1 billion Hong Kong dollars if I ask a couple of banks to put it together. This guy sat in Li Ka-shing's house while Li Ka-shing got 1 billion Hong Kong dollars from multiple different banks and gave it to him as a ransom. And you know what he said to him? He said, look, you got my son. I know you're going to give me my son back safely. You have made a lot of money today. I'm not going to call the cops. I'm going to let you walk out that door. You've made enough money for 10 generations. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Jazz. He says, you made enough money for 10 generations, for 100 generations. Don't do this again. Enjoy the rest of your life. Don't commit crimes like this again. That was Li Ka-shing's words. He says, and this goes, Li Ka-shing says, you know what? I deserve this because I never realized someone would do this. I go to play tennis every morning with no bodyguards, no security guard. It's my fault. I deserve to lose this money because I was too careless. You've committed this crime. You take it and you go, and don't do this again. Well, guess what Big Spender did with the money? 1 billion Hong Kong dollars in cash. Guess what he did with the money? He went to Macau and he blew it all on gambling. In the casino of Stanley Ho, the former king of gambling, and also the former boss of the Grand Lisboa Hotel, he lost all 1 billion Hong Kong dollars. 1 billion Hong Kong dollars. He lost it all in the casinos of Macau. So this is why when we go to stream in Macau, for those of you back home in America, looking at the beautiful casinos and looking at the beautiful streets of Macau, all you see is the tourists. You don't know how many stories between the underground and a lot of stories. Just like Vegas has a lot of stories, Macau has a lot of stories. A lot of stories, man. A lot of skeletons. He spent 1 billion. So after he blew all his money, this is the craziest part of the story. He calls Li Ka-shing. He calls Li Ka-shing on the phone. He goes, I've blown through most of the money. I still got a little bit left. What do you recommend I invested in? Li Ka-shing said to him, man, he said, don't call me back, man. You know what I'm saying? I've already given you the money. Don't call me back. I hope you live a good life, okay? And don't commit crimes again. Of course, because that guy's a degenerate gambler, he lost all his money. Guess what he did next? He tried to go kidnap somebody else. The story ends. This man was dumb enough. This man was so dumb. I don't know how stupid you have to be, okay? Because you gotta remember, in Hong Kong and in Macau, China, they don't have the death penalty. There's no capital punishment. But this buffoon thought it was a good idea to come back to the mainland. And he was arrested in the mainland. And guess what happened to him? Thank you, Sunshine. Guess what happened to him after he was arrested in Guangdong province in the mainland? You know how this story is going to end. You know how this is going to end. He was executed. Famous story, super, super famous story. To this day, okay? To this day, still holds the Guinness World Record. Still holds the Guinness World Record as the highest ransom ever paid in human history. Still to this day. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Let's go into Qianmen Street. We have arrived in Qianmen. Let's keep it moving. I'm telling y'all, I could literally start a channel just telling you guys about crime stories. I'm gonna tell you, I got so many of these stories because I love this type of stuff. You guys want to hear another crazy story while we walk down Qianmen Street? Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Jaimito. I got so many freaking stories, man. I got so many stories because I love history. I love to hear this type of stuff. It's crazy. Let me tell you guys another story. There was another Chinese man from Dongbei, I think from Liaoning province. His last name was Yao, like the word Yao Ming. He had the same last name as Yao Ming. He was a low-level factory worker when he was young. Yao Zhizhong, I think it was his name. I've been fascinated with his story, by the way. Thank you, Rita. I have been fascinated by his story as we walk down Qianmen Street because this freaking man is a legend. Let me explain to you his story. So I think his name was like Yao Zhizhong or Yao Zhiyong. I forget what his name is. But he is from Dongbei. He's from northeast China. Thank you, Petunia and Rita. And he used to be a low-level factory worker. But he had one hobby. Thank you, Dr. W. While he was being a factory worker, he had a hobby. He was very interested in reading about feng shui, the art of Chinese feng shui. He was super interested in that. So when he wasn't working as a factory worker, he would be reading a lot of books about Chinese feng shui. Okay? When he got to about 30, 40 years old, his middle age, he started a new hobby. He started to rob ancient tombs. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Plant Groove. So this guy went from thank you, Rita. Thank you for the travel with. So this gentleman was just a factory worker. He started to rob old tombs from thousands of Yao Yuzhong. See, man, my Chinese viewers know everything. This is guy's name right here. My Chinese viewers know everything. I've been fascinated with this dude's story. Thank you. I forget what his name is. Yao Yuzhong, that's his name. He started to rob ancient Chinese tombs. But here's the freaking craziest part of his story. This man was so spiritual. He was so into feng shui. He was such a good feng shui master. Usually when you rob a tomb, you know what you need? You need a metal detector. You need like some type of a detective machine where you could scan the ground to see if there's any gold, if there's any silver, if there's any jade down beneath the ground. You need like machines, right? You need to poke like a rod into the earth to see. He didn't need any of that. He simply could sense where the tomb was just by standing at a particular spot and sensing the feng shui. Because you see, historically, ancient Chinese people really care about where they are buried. They don't just bury themselves next to a trash can. They really care about where they are buried. Next to a trash can. They really care about where they are buried. Okay? They care about where they're buried because they want good luck with them into the afterlife. So this, he could sense whether or not there's a tomb underneath his feet. And he had something in his hand called a luopan, which is from the Chinese book of I Ching, which is basically, I don't know how to say it in English, man, but I Ching is a very famous historical Chinese book that's it's very divine. It's a lot of spiritual stuff. This man literally relied on his eyes, his ears, and a freaking luopan. This man dug up over 100 imperial and ancient tombs with just a freaking luopan and his mind. Thank you, Eileen. So this is what's kind of crazy about this guy is like he had no modern instruments. He didn't need to do any like scientific analysis. He would just sense it. He could literally sense whether or not there was a tomb. Thank you, Fally. And then he was ultimately arrested, by the way. So he was arrested and he was eventually caught. Okay? I believe like a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, he was arrested. Okay? And he was given a suspended death sentence. So he was given capital punishment, but it was a suspended death sentence, which means with a 2-year reprieve. Nobody knows if he was actually executed. Nobody knows if he was actually executed because according to a lot of internet rumors, thank you, Lauren, one of the things that he was saying after he was arrested was he kept on saying, don't execute me. I will open the tomb of the first emperor of China for you if you just let me live. He said, if you just let me live, I will open the tomb of the first emperor of China for you. Think about those words. Thank you, Cindy. And no one has ever heard from him ever since. He's obviously in prison, but he could be working as maybe a specialist for the government to work on, to assist the government with special projects when it comes to archaeology. Nobody ever knows what happened to this guy. He was the ringleader of one of the largest grave robbing operations in all of China. He was the ringleader. He stole hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm gonna say that again. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of priceless antiques from ancient tombs all over China. Thank you, D. Frazier. He was given a suspended death sentence and nobody knows what happened to him. Nobody knows what happened to this gentleman. It's absolutely crazy. Thank you, D. Frazier. I got so many crime stories. I got so many spiritual stories. It's crazy, man. I got endless stories, man. Thank you, Powlab and D. Frazier. How many of y'all listened to that story from beginning to end? How many of y'all find it interesting? How many of you guys find it interesting, man? Any of you guys heard it from beginning to end? Thank you, Eric and Jay. You guys heard it? I'm telling you guys, this is a real man. I'm gonna make a video about him here on TikTok. His name was Yao Yuzhong. He is from, I think, Liaoning province or Jilin province, but he's from northeast China. These guys, like I said before, thank you, Matilda. I'm telling you guys, I am a weird person, man. Like, thank you, Doritos and Linda. I am a weird person. I like crazy stories. I like urban legends. I like spiritual ghost occult stories. I love those types of stories. I personally love it. Thank you, Doreen and Tar Heel Babe. So that's why, like I said, if TikTok does get banned and we have to go to another platform, I think I'm gonna make longer form horizontal videos for a different platform where we just talk about all kinds of different stories, urban legends, all types. I got unlimited content ideas. I just don't have enough time in the day to share it because I have so many things I need to do with my life. I need to stream, I need to make history videos, I need to write scripts for the history videos. But I got so many ideas. I'm telling you, I got so many ideas that I could execute, especially for the American audience back home. So let's keep it moving. Now, this is Qianmen Street over here. Let me explain, especially for the American audience back home. So let's keep it moving. Now, this is Qianmen Street over here. Let me explain to you guys, man. This is Qianmen Street. This is the original street here in Beijing. You can see the rail tracks. Steven, man, I'm glad you guys like the story, man. I'm glad you guys like the story. I'm for real, man. I'm glad you guys love the story. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. Everybody who's watching, I was a little sad this morning when I woke up because I was flipping through TikTok, man. I saw somebody make a video. It got like 8 million views. I honestly feel like I don't have enough time to do so many things at once because I feel like I've been slacking a little bit on my history content because I've been on the road for almost 3 months. So I'm just kind of like blaming myself. I was like, how do I make good live streams and good history videos at the same time? I only have 24 hours a day. I need to sleep, I need to eat, I need to shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to do all those things. How can I have enough time to do all those things at once? I was kind of sad this morning, because I want to keep making good history videos for you guys, but I just don't have enough time. I feel like we've been slacking in that department. So let's keep moving, man. Thank you, Jay. Let's keep moving, man. Thank you, Jay. I'm just like, man, I gotta, you know what I mean? I was like, I gotta get who's share this live stream. How many viewers have we had? I love it, everybody. Hit the follow button and share this live. I got so many crazy stories, man. I'm telling you, I got so many crazy stories that I've heard that I'm fascinated in. I'm an avid reader. I love to consume content. So many crazy stories. So many crazy. By the way, when the guy says, I can open the first emperor's tomb for you, a lot of y'all might be like, okay, so what? What's so hard about that? I'm gonna use some dynamite. I'm gonna blow that shit open. It don't work like that. The first emperor of China's tomb is impossible to open without knowing where the entrance is. Words are. It's crazy. All right, here in Qianmen Street over here, you can see, what you see over here in Qianmen is very simple, man. A lot of smaller 2-story houses, 3 stories at the most. There's a couple of luxury hotels here in Qianmen Street, but this is a shopping street, okay? Qianmen is one of the oldest shopping streets. Thank you, Manders. Thank you, Tina. Anywhere here in China, anywhere here in Beijing. In the Ming Dynasty, this place would have been bustling and hustling with people selling stuff on the streets. Thank you, Manders. So imagine if you were here 500 years ago in the Ming Dynasty. If you were here in the Ming Dynasty, Qianmen Street would still look pretty much the same, except it wouldn't have these big storied houses over here. It would be shacks, flat shacks everywhere, but they are all stores. Now, as we keep it moving, we're gonna go and check out the very original, the first Peking duck QUANJUDE restaurant in the entire China. Thank you, Manders and Hamill, in the entire world. I'm gonna try to get a number there. I have to be super honest with you guys, man. The duck there is pretty average. I've had better duck at other QUANJUDE restaurants, but this is such an iconic restaurant. You got to experience it one time in your life. Thank you, Aura, Tina, and Manders. This is why so many Chinese people, when they come out here to Beijing, they all have to line up and go to that particular Peking duck restaurant because it is so famous. Thank you, Aura and Manders. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, man. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. This is Qianmen Street over here. And also, let me show you guys something else. Thank you, Macabello. Thank you very much. And y'all want to go to Tiananmen Square? I actually do have a reservation to go to Tiananmen Square. But it's already past 12, so we're going to have to wait till tonight. So let's keep it moving. Hit the follow button and share this live stream, everybody. Keep it moving. Thank you, Lee B. Hit the follow button, y'all. Join our family. My name is Daniel from the state of North Carolina. I stream every single day from out here in China. I'm telling you, man, listen, if there's any Chinese people who are watching this show, thank you, White Boy Ritz. If there's any Chinese people who are watching this show right now, I'm going to say it for the first time ever, okay? Look, if there's any Chinese people who are watching, I'm going to say it for the first time ever here on live stream, okay? Thank you, Joe Lee, Real MVP. I'll still be here. If you are Chinese and you're living in China, you would like to invest in the channel, okay? I have a lot of creative ideas on what I would like to do with this channel. Either it's here on TikTok or on another platform in the future. I have a lot of ideas I would like to execute. I would like to have a good partner. Business partner Panda has a full-time job. We need some help in making our vision come true, because we want to bring so much more cool content to the American folks back home to help them understand this part of the world. I have so many ideas. I'm looking for someone here in China who's willing to work with me. Thank you, Feel Heal Mill. Invest in this channel. I'm telling you guys, we got so many ideas. So I'm telling you, if there's anybody watching from here in China, I kind of gave you guys an idea. Crime stories, ghost stories, occult, stories of the occult, all kinds of different stories. We're trying to make it come to life, but I need a team to support me. I am one person. I got 24 hours a day. I have to eat and sleep, and I have to stream, and I have to make history videos. I need people. It's now time. The channel has gotten big enough. I need to expand and make new content. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, true guys, here's the thing. I would love to get some U.S. investments, but I'm living here in China. So it'd be like, if it was a Chinese person, they could not only invest, but they could also be hands-on. They could help me. Well, if it was a U.S. investor, they would just be a capital injection, and I would have to find the entire team here. So like, it would be amazing if I could work with like some type of a media entity, not like an actual media company, but not like a news channel, but like a media entity of some kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very good at video, making videos. Thank you, Pepper. They're very good at taking photos. They're very good at editing videos, special effects. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm telling you, I got so many ideas that I want to execute. So many ideas I want to execute. Keep it moving. All right, oh, everybody, I'm going to recommend a little hotel to you guys, man. So, thank you, Pepper. My mother and I stayed here last August when my mother was visiting China. So obviously when my mother was visiting, I couldn't stay in a cheap-ass hotel. So this is called Manxing Hotel. This is a Chinese chain right here. This is right here on Qianmen Street, on number 58 on Qianmen Street. Highly recommend this hotel. About $100 to $150 a night, and you get to live right in the middle of Qianmen Street, literally steps away from Tiananmen Square, the Forbidden City, the Temple of Heaven. Only $100 to $150 a night to stay in this hotel right here. Manxing Hotel, right here in the middle of downtown Beijing. It's keep it moving, man. Thank you, Pepper. All right, now we're coming into the heart of Qianmen Street over here. So I remember there was a little juice bar over here. I need to get some juice. Everything you see here is really just a lot of old school Peking restaurants. I need to go and get a number for the Peking duck restaurant. See, this is what Qianmen Street looks like. Let's keep moving. Yeah, definitely we're doing lunch, man. We're gonna try to do some authentic Peking duck. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, man. Thank you, 3567. Oh, hell no. I think that's the line from QUANJUDE duck over there. Oh, no. Is that the line? Oh, that ain't the line. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, everybody. Follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. Hit the follow button. So the juice bar is gone, man. I don't see the juice bar. I was here a year ago. That place is gone. So now you're starting to see people lining up, all types of, a lot of Beijing eateries. Thank you, Hannah and Carlito. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. I'm serious, man. I got a lot of ideas. I just need to execute. Thank you, Melon and Hannah. And to be perfectly honest, man, thank you, Nerd Girl, for extending your sub. And just perfectly honest, I was actually thinking about this. I don't really need an investor. I need outside creative help, like people who can make, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need creativity assistance. Now, we're gonna go here in a second. We're gonna come here in a second, the food street in a second. I wanna take you guys on a tour of Qianmen Street first, okay? But we're gonna go to this very, very busy, what's it called, food street in a second. But let me take you guys on a tour of Qianmen first. I can see there's people everywhere. Ooh, I was thinking about that as well. College students, I was thinking about that. So keep moving. Hit the follow button and share this live stream. This is in China. Oh, there it is right there. Let me go get a number right here. So this is it right here. This is it right here. Big O, you watching? Thank you, Jenny. Everybody, if you're watching this, this is it right here. This is it. This is the one. Emma, thank you. Oliver, you watching this? Thank you, Paula. This is the original roast duck restaurant. This is it. Thank you, JK, for sharing. Let's continue to share this live stream. This is it, everybody. This is the original Peking duck QUANJUDE restaurant. This is the very first store. Thank you, Flex and Paula. Now, obviously, a lot of people don't like it because they think it's too Disney-like. Oh, they don't think it's original. Thank you, Flex and Danica. This is the original one. So I'm gonna go in there and try to get a number. Let's see if they're still accepting reservations. I'm gonna see if they can give me a number. This is it, man. This is the original QUANJUDE. Now, I don't think it's family owned anymore. It's now a big company. They got stores everywhere in China, in Shanghai. They got it in Beijing. They don't have it in Shenzhen, in southern China, but let me see if I can get a number over here. See if they're still accepting reservations. Oh, this don't look good at all.要等多少桌啊？10到15分钟，人家只休息一会儿，等叫号。好的，好的，10到15分钟就好了。这么快啊？哈！我要拼桌吗？跟他们？不用，我不需要拼桌啊。Man, we could eat here in 10 to 15 minutes. She said only 10 to 15 minutes. Should we eat right now in 10 to 15 minutes, or should we do it later? Dude, this is surprising. There's not that much of a wait today. You can see not that many people here. Line is not that bad. Only 10 to 15 minutes. Should we eat here? Thank you, Sunshine and Beloved. Y'all want to eat? Show y'all this right here. Yeah, y'all want to see it right now? Thank you, Beloved. That is the most. Look at this. Look at this right here. It don't get no more authentic than this, y'all. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Nana. Thank you, Golden Gabe. Look at that. You see the way he's putting it into the oven right now? Look at that. That is authentic. That is the most authentic Peking duck. Tommy, I know. Look at this, Tommy. This looks freaking incredible, right? I'm trying to zoom in. Look at the way you see. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you, Tommy. Look at that. Yeah, that's right. Back then, there was a little stall back there. So look at all the juice come out. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Fresh from the oven. Look at this. Yo, this is incredible, man. This is actually incredibly fast. Should we eat here right now, or it's already? 我如果说过号的话怎么办？延3桌是吧？我先出去逛几分钟。你估计要多久啊？37号现在，我是37号。5到10分钟是吧？我出去逛一下。好，谢谢。All right, let me man, this is kind of shocking, y'all. I've never waited this little time before. It's kind of shocking. Let me show you guys the sign right here on why Qianmen Street is so important and why this is such an important restaurant. Okay? So I'm gonna read this out to you. Starting from the top. Restoration of the old facade wall of the original Qianmen QUANJUDE roast duck restaurant. The Qianmen QUANJUDE roast duck restaurant was first constructed in the 3rd year of the Tongzhi reign period in 1864. So this restaurant dates back to 1864. In the 27th year of the Guangxu reign period in 1901, the old facade wall was built when the 2nd floor of the QUANJUDE restaurant was constructed. So this restaurant literally dates back to 1864. It is the original and the most famous Peking duck restaurant anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. This is it. Okay? This is when I came here with my dad in 2012, we tried to get a table. We didn't even get to eat during lunch. They turned us away. They said there was no numbers, man. Come back at night. And we went back the next day. We were able to get a table, but this is the most, man, it's the most famous one, but there should be another 5 minutes, but yeah, Peking duck is a lot of emperors, a lot of imperial history in China. We're gonna keep moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. So, as we keep moving, you guys can see, man, the Qianmen Street is basically now all restaurants and souvenir shops. All types of traditional Peking-style restaurants. And this is literally an exact imitation of what this place looked like 500 years ago in the Ming and Qing dynasties. You can see all kinds of amazing food. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Look at that. Man. Look at this. 吃爆肚这边点啊，现吃现爆非常好吃啊，传统老字号的牛街老爆肚。If they call my number, man, there's not that many people there, man. If they call my number, 来这爆肚这呢，北京的老字号，非常好吃。Look at all these traditional Beijing eats. Look at this. Man, y'all see all this food over here? All this traditional Peking food over here? Look at this. 先看一看。Man, look at all this. Hit the follow button, everybody. We stream daily from China. Hit the follow button, everybody. Oh my God, man. Hit the follow button. We're about to go. Hey, I gotta be honest with you, man. I didn't actually think we would be able to have Peking duck today. I didn't think we were gonna get a number. Now that I actually got a number so quickly, I'm a little bit frazzled. I don't even know what to do. Man, oh man, thank you, sir. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Dream Inc. Thank y'all, man. Beijing ain't cheap. I appreciate all y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all for keeping me on the road. Thank you, Nana. Beijing ain't cheap. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Juliet. Let's go to lunch, man. Let's go to lunch. Keep it moving. Thank you, Ivy. What is the people here waiting for? What the hell is going on over here? What are they waiting for? What are these people waiting for? They're waiting for this thing right here. Oh man. They're waiting for they're waiting for the Peking duck rolls over there. Look at that. Look at that. It's like the Chinese burrito over there. That's how long the line is. Look at the line. Look at the length of this line right here. Everybody is waiting in line to have this Peking duck burrito over here. Thank you, Mr. Fix-It. Look at this line right here. They are waiting for this. For this. 哎，你好，你好。王哥，我没有插队，我就拍一拍。哎，这些人排队都是等你们吗？对，不是进店堂。哦，进店哦。啊。我们这些里边都可以点。哦，他们进店里面。对。那他们为什么不直接从这儿点？进店有炸酱面，什么都有。哦。哦。这不是外卖场吗？我懂。这一个怎么卖啊？35吧。鸭卷是30，爆肚是35。鸭卷是30。对，爆肚是35。好的。Hey, y'all want to get one of these rolls? This is a very, very famous roll. Y'all want to get one of these rolls? Or do you want to go back to the Peking duck restaurant? We could do both, but my stomach has limited real estate. Y'all want to get one of these rolls? Thank you, I am cool. Y'all want to get one? Y'all just want me to. Thank you, I am cool. So look at the ball dude over here. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Man. Thank you, Vera. You know what, man? I'm a man of my word. What time is it on the East Coast? What time is it on the East Coast right now? I'm a man of my word. I told you guys I'm going to take you guys to some Peking duck. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Duz. I'm a man of my word. 12:50. It's 12:50, huh? Thank you, Vera. It's 1 a.m. All right, you know what, man? Let's not get our numbers skipped over. Thank you, Sherry and Vera. We'll explore the rest of the. Thank you, Sherry and Vera, and all things. Our numbers skipped over. Thank you, Sherry and Vera. We'll explore the rest of the. Thank you, Sherry and Vera, and all things. We'll explore the rest of Qianmen Street in a second, man. 9:50 on the west side. Okay. All right, almost 1 o'clock. Okay. On the East Coast. Thank you, Phil Mill. Thank you, Ivy. Let's see if they called our number. By the way, man, this restaurant is also pretty expensive. So this is probably why people aren't spending as much money here. Because they're so famous, they can pretty much charge whatever they want because they're always fully sold out. So let me see if they got my number. 37号。37是吗？对。你还有1个号在你前面。哎，好的。好。That's old Beijing right here. This is real Beijing right here. Thank you, cool guy. Thank you, David. You know they sell a lot of duck when they do it like this. Ooh, they be eating duck. Ooh, they be eating duck out here, man. Ooh, thank Diana. Ooh, they be eating over here. Ooh, they be eating over here. Ooh. Thank you, Lena. And you look at the juice. Look at the juice flowing out. Look at this. Thank you, Debbie and Lena and Des. Look at the juice. Look at all the juice. Look at all this grease. Oh, look at all the juice flowing out. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Lena. Ooh. This is it, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is the most authentic. This is it right here. Ooh. That's some greasy stuff, though. But we are the next table, man. We number 37. I'm just gonna order half a duck and nothing else, man, because this place is expensive, man. I'm gonna order half a duck and I'm gonna leave. Alright, man, we still got one more table ahead of us. They calling 36 right now. They calling 36. I'm 37. Chill for a little bit. By the way, look at this, how beautiful this restaurant is. A lot of famous people have come to this restaurant before, man. Thank you, Danny. 没有菜单可以给我看一下吗？菜单能给我看一下吗？菜单的话，给我个菜单看一下。你好像有菜单吗？这是菜单吗？这不是。Give me a little menu. She gonna give me a little menu. Look at how beautiful this restaurant looks. 好呀，一份多少？248一只。半只呢？138。好。$20 for half a duck. So that's exactly what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a half a duck for $20. Get that menu. 谢谢。All right, so there's a big menu, man. They actually cook a lot of things. So today, this is the 160-year anniversary. 哦，到了是吧？637到了。好。来几位您？一位。来。吃播。来招手，一位招手一位。来，您往里走。好的。Hey, beautiful. Sit right here. Yes. 100. Hey, 一位。160 years of history. And they got a special menu for 160 years, man. This is way too expensive, man. I'm not ordering this. I'm just gonna order half a duck. I'm gonna order half a duck. It's a big ass menu over here, man. This is it, though. You know, for those of you who've heard me hype this up, this is the most famous duck restaurant of all time here in China. We're gonna get half a duck, okay?